There are numerous examples where two separate and distinct species from the same genus, often with different number of chromosomes, can produce viable hybrid offspring. The domestic dog is a subspecies of the gray wolf, and they can produce viable hybrid offspring. Something on the order of 10% of North American birds, all considered specifically distinct, hybridize with other species. The blood parrotfish is a cichlid hybrid. It was created in Taiwan around 1986 and produced by crossbreeding a Midas with a redhead cichlid. Female blood parrots are usually fertile, whereas males are usually infertile, but there have been cases of successful breeding. The akau, or zo, is a hybrid that comes from a crossbreeding of a yak with a domestic cow. The resulting animal thought to produce much more milk and meat. All females born from this cross are fertile, and they breed with either of the original species. The males born from this cross, however, are always infertile. The kama results from breeding a male camel with a female llama. This animal was created to make something with size and strength of a camel, but with the easier temperament and higher wool production of the llama. The kama is quite small when it's born, and it doesn't have a hump. The kama is one of the few hybrids that's always fertile. However, as the llama is 6 times smaller and lighter than the camel, the only way to obtain a kama is by artificial insemination. So, of course, you can also breed 2 of the fertile hybrid offspring together. The grizzly polar bear, or growler bear, appears both in captivity and in the wild, and there are reported sightings of these animals from as early as 1964. The grizzly polar bear is a fertile hybrid, and there's been a case of a second-generation grizzly polar bear which was shot in Victoria Island, and DNA tests established that the mother was a grizzly polar bear and the father was a grizzly bear. The coy wolf, which is a coyote-wolf hybrid, often occurs in nature. It's so regular, in fact, that all known red wolves have been found to have coyote genes in their lineage. This animal has caused a lot of problems in taxonomy because hybrids are not usually referred to as a separate species. The Savannah is a fairly modern domestic cat that was accepted as a new breed in 2001 by the International Cat Association. This cat is a hybrid of the domestic cat and the wild African serval. So Savannahs are a lot more social than most domestic cat breeds, and they've often been compared to dogs because of their extreme loyalty. They are the highest jumpers and the tallest cats in the world, in the cat world, and how large and wild the Savannah appears depends on what generation hybrid it is, but they look very much like a miniature version of a cheetah. The Wholphin is an amazing undersea hybrid that comes from the bottlenose dolphin having a successful pregnancy from a killer whale. And the killer whale is not actually a whale, but a very large breed of dolphin. So these remarkable Wholphins have been known to occur in the wild, but so far there's only 2 living examples that I know of left in captivity. Killer bees, or Africanized honeybees, are a man-made example of hybrids. Some would say a mistake. Africanized honeybees are highly aggressive, hence the name killer bee, and move huge distances in massive swarms. They attack, they ruthlessly sting any threat to death, and I think about 2 people die each year in the US from killer bee stings. Now the liger is a hybrid between a male lion and a female tiger. So both of its parents are from the Panthera genus, but from different species. Ligers are the biggest of all the big cats, growing to almost the size of a lion and tiger combined. They carry characteristics from both parents. For instance, their love of swimming from tigers, and their highly social behavior from lions. Nowadays, ligers can only be found in captivity as their territories don't really overlap. And in history, however, there have been stories of ligers found in the wild. So it has happened. Ligers were long thought to be sterile, but in 1953, a liger successfully mated with a male lion, and the cub did survive.